Hello again, it's Jenna, and here we are with video number 3 in our planning day series. I'm super excited about this. I hope it is helpful, and I cannot wait to see all the finished projects at the end of the year because we got organized and set ourselves up nicely. If you haven't had a chance to watch 1 and 2, go back and do that, and then join us here for video 3. We're going to set up an editorial template to duplicate later and a no drop shadow template to duplicate later. So let's begin with the no drop shadow option, and we're going to go back to our preferences and we're going to toggle this off. So make sure you toggle that off. If you don't see me, come back in here and toggle that back on before this video ends. Leave a comment because I don't want that to be off. Okay, let's go to a collage page, a pocket page, and add a card from the free neutrals kit to it. And all I'm going to do is give myself that little reminder, right? So this is a no drop shadow template to duplicate if, when needed. All right, I'm going to enlarge the font there. And let's see how far I can go. All right, there we go. I'm going to center justify it just because, again, that's my preference. And now we're going to name it. So update the page info. We're just going to call this no shadow to dupe. It can't be too long or you won't be able to see it on that one tiny little line, and I don't want to miss the info. I want it all to be visible. So I am going to date this at the end of the year because I'm probably rarely going to use them. And so I'm just going to pick the 31st. And I'm going to apply those changes. And I'm going to now add it to our 2021 folder. Okay. So we need to now do an editor. Oh, wait. We need to first turn the drop shadow back on. All right. Now we're going to create an editorial template to leave in our folder to duplicate later. So Android users, I know you don't have the editorial templates, and gosh, I hope you get them soon. It's ridiculous. But just go ahead and add that photo to this or a card, because one of the benefits on an Android device is you also have the card picker up there in the larger pockets, and iOS users do not have a card picker in pockets that are bigger than 4 by 6. We can only add photos to the larger pockets. So I know they're not designed to be that large, but if we could add them ourselves, that would be nice. And then they could just let us decide, kind of like when we add a photo that has low quality. It gives us that pop-up and it tells us the dimensions of the photo and how big it is, and it lets us decide. I wish we could do that with the cards in any size pocket. Okay, that's my wish. I have lots of wishes, right? We all do. Okay, so let's, Android users is my point. Go ahead and use this one. iOS users, let's change it to no photo 2 is the one I'm going to use. Just pick one of the free ones, whatever you want. And we're going to journal a little bit there. I forgot to copy and paste this, so you're going to have to watch me type. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog again. He's always doing that. Okay, that's my default template. That's my default font and my default size. I am also going to go ahead and add a freeform text box here. And it may or may not ever be needed, but it's easy to delete later. I'm going to change the color so it can show up. And just move it over there. So also remember, on freeform text, you have to capitalize and spell check every single thing. It does not do that for you like it does in the native journaling options. So let's see. What else did I want to do there? Oh, there was something else I wanted to mention. Sometimes when you're trying to edit a freeform text box and you can't select it, like I'm trying so hard to tap on this box right here and it's not selecting it. If you come down here and just tap this plus sign and then come back up to this box, and totally ignore the one that pops up. Just come up to the one you want to edit, tap on it. Somehow it gets reselected and you can edit the freeform text box. Freeform text is very glitchy. It's worth it. I use it, don't get me wrong, but it is ridiculously glitchy. Okay, so let's close that out and go up to the other title journaling box. And there's just a small space at the top for a nice title. And we're going to just say the same thing. Editorial template to duplicate if, where's my slash? There it is. When needed. I am also going to change the font to the font I'm using for titles, which is Kara. And I'm just going to enlarge it to fill that space. Tap that back arrow over there and then tap this plus sign right here because I am going to go ahead and add a freeform text box. It may or may not ever be needed in this tiny space, but it might be fun to add a little something something. Again, change the color. I will change the font as well to the one I'm using for titles. And I'll just leave it that size, it's fine. But now this is also ready and able to be used at a moment's notice with your font set up and ready to go. So let's name it Ed. Let's name it Ed to dupe. Okay. And now I will date it at the end of the year. Again, I'm probably rarely going to use these. Again, they are nice eye breaks in a pocket page album. They are really nice eye breaks, but I just don't know if I'll use them very often. And let's add it to the folder. Okay, so now we are going to go to the folder and, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click create. I meant to click library, pages, and here we are in our folders. And there is the one we have made. So we have our backup marker, a cover page, that single page when you open the book, and then 2 options to duplicate for later if we want to do some other trickier things. And be sure to search the group for No Drop Shadow, search Wendy Cardno's name. There's been a lot of people who've used them, and they do some really beautiful pages like this. And then also be sure to check out the editorial options that are kind of new also. And okay, that's got us set up pretty nicely. In the next video, we're going to make our January layout if you're scrapping monthly, or we're going to make our week 1 layout if you're scrapping weekly. And then from there, we will have posts scheduled through the rest of the morning through noon, every 15 minutes or so. And but those will not all have videos. So there's only going to be 4 videos here at the beginning. This is the 3rd one. And then at noon, when we're all done, I'm going to do a Facebook Live Q&A. So join us for that. And I hope this is working out for you. If you have any questions, please ask. Tag me so I make sure to see it. And or just join me for the Q&A, whatever you want to do. I set aside the morning to finish up some things on my own album and be here for questions. So I hope this is helpful. We'll see you again soon.